Hello there, welcome back to SERE Media YouTube channel once again. I'm your host Gaudensia Mahanga, and I know that it has been quite a while, tumepotea, but we are back again, and today we are here with another interesting topic, how to deal with dating and relationship rejection. So I know that dating is quite a beautiful thing that everybody desires, but when it comes to rejection, that's where the problem begins, because it is our desire that we go into the deep end of things, but it might not be quite fortunate for all of us to go to the deep end. Some of us get rejected along the way, and I must say that it's quite painful, and most people don't accept the rejection. But today I'm here to give you some tips of how to cope with the rejection in dating. So our number one point is accepting your emotions. I know that most of us tend to feel that a series of emotions in you after umeachwa. You feel pain, you feel bitterness, you can feel even anger, sadness, and you want to cry. But most of us, you want to pretend that you are very strong. You don't want the world to see that you can get weak. You don't want the world to see that you can break down. But let me tell you that it's okay to accept the emotions. When you accept the emotions and you let them out, you let out that cry, you let out that bitterness and anger, it helps you to cope. You feel peace in your heart. You feel settled after letting out those emotions. So don't suppress them. Let them be, and that will help you a lot to cope with that rejection. So our second point is don't let it define you. The fact that you have been rejected doesn't mean that you are undateable. It doesn't mean that you are unlovable. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you or your personality, or you may never find love again. I know that most of the time that when we have been rejected, we tend to feel that we cannot be loved again. We look down upon ourselves, and we tend to think that maybe you are not worthy of love. Don't start thinking like that. Don't start letting that rejection define your personality, define who you are. Walk with your head high and believe that there's someone else who will come and will love you for who you are and accept you just the way you are. So don't let that rejection define you. Walk with your head high, have a good self-esteem about yourself, and trust me, you will find someone better. So our third point is don't let your inner critic define you. It is very important to be cautious of that inner voice that starts coming after a rejection. You start thinking about the bitter words that your partner said about you, and you start judging yourself in a harsh way, and you feel like you are unworthy. You don't deserve love. You are not a good person. Don't start criticizing yourself. Don't allow yourself to start feeling like, hey, I am the one who did a mistake, and that's why this thing did not work out. It did not work out for a reason. So don't criticize yourself until your self-esteem is gone. Just be yourself and accept that it is done, and there's nothing you can do about it, but you have to move on. Our fourth point is put a positive spin on it. I know that this is almost impossible, especially when you are at the verge of experiencing pain. Most of the times you don't see anything positive about rejection. But let me tell you that everything happens for a reason. So it's good for you to start considering and start to evaluate, what if this rejection could have been for the best? What can I learn from this experience? What has it taught me? How has it made me become a better person or to make better choices later in life? So when you start thinking in a positive way, you feel that that rejection won't be as harsh as it was, and it will help you to cope in a better way with it. So our fifth point, which is our last point for today, is consider mindfulness and other coping methods. When you have tried all of the above methods and you have seen that maybe they have not worked for you, now it's time for you to consider, what else can I do? Maybe you can seek help. You seek help from a counselor. You can seek help from friends. You can consider taking exercises. You know, most of the time when you take exercises or an activity that can help you cope, with the rejection, you tend to forget about it. It takes away the pain, and it takes away the time that you could have settled down crying and sobbing over the rejection. So find other activities, find other hobbies, find other duties that you can engage in which can help you to cope with the rejection. And also involve other people. Involve your friends, talk to them, let it out to them so that they can give you even the experiences of how they coped with it. And I'm telling you that with time is the best healer, and everything will be okay, and you'll feel in your heart that you'll get over the rejection and you'll be able to cope with it. So to summarize on our topic today, how to deal with dating and relationship rejection, we have seen that our first point is accepting your emotions. Accept the emotions, let them out, give them out, be yourself. Our second point is don't let it define you. Just be yourself and accept that it has already happened and there's nothing that you can do about it. You have to move on. Our third point is don't let your inner critic take over. Don't start experiencing or allowing harsh voices inside of you to criticize you over what has happened. Our fourth point is put on a positive spin. Just be positive about what has happened and accept that there are lessons that you can learn from whatever has happened, and there's something new or something good that can come out of that rejection. Our final point, which is our fifth point, is consider mindfulness and other coping methods. Here we've talked about involving friends, involving family, involving your counselors, and even engaging in duties or activities that can help you to cope when all of the above methods have failed. So friends, that's it for today. I hope that you have learned one or two from whatever we have discussed here. And if maybe you feel there's a point that I've not mentioned or talked about and it can help someone, kindly mention it below on our YouTube channel comment section, and I know that our readers will read it and it will be of help to them. From me, I'm your host Gaudensia Mahanga, and thank you for tuning in to SERE Media YouTube channel. Kindly follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We all go as SERE Media. Thank you so much. Until next time, see you again.